Hello everyone, I'm your astrologer Aparna and welcome back to my astrology channel. Now in today's video, I will be talking about Venus transit into the sign of Capricorn. So Venus ingresses in the sign of Capricorn on the 5th of November 2021 and it will stay in the same sign until 5th of March 2022. So it's an unusually longer transit this time for Venus in the sign of Capricorn. Now, Venus will also go retrograde. That's why it's a bit longer than usual. Usually, Venus retrogrades in a sign once in about 18 months. So this time, Venus will be retrograding in the sign of Capricorn from the 18th of December until about 28th of January 2022. So that's the retrograde phase of Venus in the sign of Capricorn. Now, since Venus moves from sign to sign every 18 months, it's a rare transit. It doesn't happen every week or every month. It happens once in 18 months, and retrograde phase is even rarer in a particular sign. Now, Venus is a sign of love, relationship. It's a sign of money, your value system as well. It's a sign of the partnership you have, both business and personal, in your life, and any one-to-one interaction. So any kind of relationship that you have in life, and that can be spousal, business, siblings, parents, colleagues, friends, any kind of one-to-one interaction that you have in your life, close ties, close relationship, that comes under Venus's domain. Now, Venus rules both the signs of Taurus and Libra, so that's where it gets its energy. Taurus is about money, it's about value system, it's about your possession, your assets, your self-worth, your innate wealth, what you hold as your possession, and also your things you attach to, your personal resources. Now, on the other hand, Libra is about relationship. It's about the other person. It's about business. It's about coming together to create something, a union and bonds. That's what Libra is about. So Venus gets its energy of love and money from these two signs. Now, Venus in Capricorn brings in a very Capricornian energy to the forefront, especially in your love and money matters. Now, what is Capricorn? Capricorn represents the 10th house of the zodiac wheel, and it represents the midheaven. It's your reputation, it's your public image, it's about career, it's about status, it's about your systems and structures in your life. It's about your achievement, recognition, it's the authority figures in your life, your ambition. Now, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is about working hard and climbing up the ladder through hard work. Now, Capricorn also represents the structures in life or in society, the institution that you have, whether it's government, your banking systems, any kind of organization. It represents the authority figure in your life and also the personal desire to attain that personal authority. Now, when Venus, which is the planet of love and romance, it's a planet of marriage and, partnership, of money and your value system and abundance. So when Venus moves into the sign of Capricorn, which is all about structure, maturity, responsibility, what it does is it gives that kind of outlook to Venus related matters. So marriage and money related things becomes very much a matter of seriousness and responsibility, and it's not something that is taken lightly. So as Venus moves in the sign of Capricorn, just general energy around will be taking your relationship more seriously, taking your money matters more seriously. So there would be a need to create structures and systems in your life which honors the commitment side and the maturity and responsible side of Capricorn in Venus matters. So this will make you a little bit more responsible in financial matters, or there will be definitely a need or inclination to be more serious and more responsible where your money is concerned. And same goes with your relationship. There will be desire to take things to the next level. So if you have been dating somebody for a period of time, you will be inclined to take it to the next level, maybe commit for a marriage or long-term relationship or move in together. So it may not be an official legal marriage, but it could also be, committing to a union. So Venus in Capricorn brings in that energy. Now Venus in Capricorn also brings in the administrative and organization and management skills to the table. Now, Venus in Capricorn also brings in the management and organizational skills to the table. So you will definitely very much inclined to organize your love life and organize your financial matters better. Now, the relationship dynamic or the love language of when Venus is in Capricorn is very serious, and it's not something to be, they're not interested in messing around with things. So the energy is definitely very much more towards endurance, reliability, and more faithfulness in the connection that you're seeking, whether it's financial or romantic, love life or marriage. So your financial side of Venus, the money side of Venus, and the relationship side of Venus, both you're definitely seeking much more maturity and stability in these matters. So long-term relationship, which is authentic and very, very nourishing, very nurturing, is definitely something you are looking for during this time. So you're not looking for anything on unstable grounds. You're definitely looking for something which is authentic, which is real, which is long lasting, which is strong and committed. So that's what you are trying to get into. Now Venus will be going retrograde from the 18th of December 2021 till about 28th 29th of January 2022. So during this time, what happens is, usually when Venus goes retrograde, it means the energy is a little bit more turned inwards. It's retrospective. So usually anything started during a retrograde tends to be less successful. Now Venus represents relationship and money. So if you are trying to get into any kind of new relationship or new financial commitment during this time, especially if you start after the Venus goes retrograde on 18th of December, there may be a tendency to things not going the way you want, or once it does go direct at the end of January, you will see the whatever the efforts you have put in your love matters or your money matters may not reap the rewards you were looking for, and it may come as a breakup or a breakdown in whatever situation you're trying to get into. So be mindful of not starting something new, especially if it's completely brand new. If you have already started something, a relationship which was before the Venus went retrograde, then it's fine to continue with that. But starting completely new relationship or financial commitment matters is not really a good idea. Now also be careful about your money matters during Venus retrograde, especially your savings, your resources. So make sure you're handling them in a more sensible way, and don't overspend your resources or your money. It may lead to financial crisis or upheaval in your life in terms of your money and resources. So be very careful how you're spending, especially during the retrograde in December and January. Now during the time Venus is retrograde in the sign of Capricorn in the month of December, just a couple of weeks before Christmas period, it makes a conjunction to Pluto in the sign of Capricorn. Now Pluto is about intensity, it's about power struggle. So Venus in a retrograde motion making contact with Pluto in the sign of Capricorn is going to be all about intensity. It's going to be about the relationship matters, especially going to be very intense, and it could lead to either side. It could be either very strong connection, powerful connection between the people concerned, or it can lead to power struggle as well. So be wary of that Pluto conjunct Venus energy in the month of December. Now usually Venus and Pluto, when it makes a conjunction, usually it's like doesn't last more than a day, but because it's retrograde and it's going to and forth, it's going to make a conjunction with Pluto for a good 2 weeks. So stay alert, and you may see ex-partners or exes, coming back into your life and trying to, make connection with you again. People that you have moved on from, they may come back and want to, ignite the fires of whatever romance or commitment again. So if you are not looking to get back with them, and especially if it's so toxic kind of relationship that you left behind, be careful and be mindful not to get involved in those things. Now if there's something that you are looking forward to get involved in, then it's a great time. Retrograde Venus is a great time to welcome old partners or love in your life if you want to bring them back in your life. Definitely not bring them back in your life if it was a toxic relationship. So definitely keep your own well-being and your own health and mental health as priority during this Venus retrograde. Now, I will talk about each of the 12 zodiac sign and how this Venus in Capricorn will affect each of the sign, including the retrograde period that Venus will be in the month of December and January. So let's begin. Aries, for you, the Venus in Capricorn is in your 10th house, the house of career, recognition, your work, your authority figures in life, your need to make more money through your career advancement and, moving up the career ladder. So Venus in here is making you very attractive and appealing in your projection to other people who are watching you, authority figures, or just your colleagues. Anybody who is involved in the decision making of your advancement of your career is definitely watching you, and it's going to help you in your career growth most definitely. But be wary during the Venus retrograde period when Venus is moving backwards in the sign of Capricorn in your 10th house. It's very important to practice self-care around that time, so don't exert yourself too much in your work and forget about your own well-being, Aries. Now, Venus is about relationships, so you may come across somebody in your workplace who becomes more than just your colleague, maybe a very good friend. It turns out to be a very good friendship, or even more than that, maybe you start a new love with them. So that's possible to meet somebody new through your work or through work calling. Maybe somebody at work introduces you to somebody and you start a new romance with them. So that's definitely possible. Just be careful of the retrograde period, because anything fresh started during the retrograde period may not be successful, tends not to be successful. So be aware of that, Aries. Taurus, for you, the Venus in Capricorn occurs in your 9th house. Now, 9th house is the house of higher education, higher learning. It's a house of travel and just expanding your mind through belief system and through exploring and, searching for new knowledge and through experience and interacting with different cultures. So Venus, a planet of relationship in your 9th house, can give you a tendency to get into long distance relationship or go on a long distance romantic trip with somebody somebody you're committed to, or you may meet up somebody on your trip. So all that is definitely possible. Now, 9th house is a spiritual house, and especially when Venus makes this conjunction with Pluto in the month of December during the retrograde phase, you might have some kind of soulmate kind of connection with somebody, and you may feel that you can commit with that person, especially if that relationship was started before Venus went retrograde. So you can definitely come across somebody through travel or higher learning or something. Maybe you are visiting somebody, especially abroad, or you are interacting with somebody from abroad, or in your travels, or somebody has introduced you while on your travel to somebody that you are definitely want to take things forward with. Taurus, you will also be very much interested in connecting with people who has more of a soul connection rather than just superficial connection. So you're definitely looking for a more deeper, meaningful relationship during this Venus in Capricorn for the 4 months of November, December, January, February until the 5th of March 2022. So you can use this time to really connect with somebody more on a soulful level, with a soul connection, somebody with whom you are like-minded people, you are on the same page, you connect because of your same philosophy, or your thoughts and ideas match, and you want to commit and get more serious with these people. Geminis, for you, the Venus in Capricorn occurs in the 8th house. Now, 8th house is the house of banking, it's the house of loans, inheritance. It's a house of intimate relationship as well. So Venus represents both love and money. So you will have a great time during this time. It's a very lucky time for you, Geminis. It's a great time to get financial gifts, or maybe an inheritance or insurance, or, if you're applying for a loan from the bank, that may get approved. Or if you want to buy real estate or any kind of property and you're applying for loan or mortgage, that can get approved as well. Now, where intimate relationship is concerned, again, it's a great time to really connect with your loved one, the special loved one, on a intimate, soulful level, and you will see how your connection really solidifies, and really you can feel the deep emotional connect with the person that you want to connect with. Now, during the retrograde phase, it may slow down a little bit, or you may have some challenges to face, but again, once it goes direct, you will again feel the energy of wanting to commit to your special person. Cancer, for you, the Venus in Capricorn occurs in your opposite sign, in the sign of Capricorn, so it's your 7th house. Now, 7th house is about partnership, it's about marriage, it's about serious and committed unions, relationship in your life. So when Venus goes in your 7th house, you could be either making a marriage proposal to somebody, or you could be receiving a marriage proposal. So both can happen. So your relationship that you have in life may take a more committed turn, and you want to commit to somebody, and it may not be official legal marriage if that's not what you want, but it could be something that you are ready to take your relationship to the next level. Now, it could be moving in together or just becoming more serious about each other. Now, 7th house is not just about personal and romantic relationship, it's also about business partnership. So it's a great time to get into a business partnership, especially during the direct motion of Venus in Capricorn. You're definitely craving for security, Cancer, and both financial and in your love life. So you are definitely want something more stable, more long lasting, and you're not looking for anything superficial and just on surface level. So you definitely want a deeper connection, and you're ready to commit to the person that you want to. Now, during the Venus retrograde phase, Cancer, you may have situation where an ex is coming back into your life and is making an appearance again. Now, if you want to go ahead with that kind of relationship, then it's okay to pick up on that past relationship and move on with that. But if the relationship was toxic and the person that you moved on from, you left behind, was toxic and the relationship was not going anywhere, then you must definitely put your own well-being and your own health as priority and not go into any kind of toxic relationship. So Cancer, if you get in a new relationship during this time, especially during the direct motion of Venus, you can definitely hope for things to move fast, and you can definitely even commit to things or get some sort of commitment from your partner, Cancer. Leos, for you, Venus in Capricorn occurs in your 6th house. Now, 6th house is the house of your work and health. Now, Venus in this sign is definitely getting you all charged up to reinvent yourself, especially through self-care and self-love. So you're definitely very much interested in projecting a more healthier, more focused side of you, Leos, and you're definitely very much interested in taking this Venus and Capricorn energy to indulge in a new health regime, maybe, or if you want to lose weight, or if that's what you want, and take up a new diet routine, eat more healthily, and really looking for complete reinvention of yourself, most definitely. Now, 6th house is also the house of work and your work colleagues, so you may come across somebody with whom the connection can become more stronger and deeper, or it really can take off. So, or you can meet somebody through your work colleague, so a work colleague can introduce you to somebody with whom you could have an opportunity, a chance for a new love, new romance, budding new romance. So definitely all this is there. Now, during the Venus retrograde phase, just be wary to not introduce something brand new, because then it tends to not be successful. Now, if you have already got the ball rolling before the Venus went retrograde, then it's definitely a great time to keep pushing and keep moving on in your desired direction, Leos. Virgos, for you, Venus in Capricorn occurs in your 5th house. Now, 5th house is the house of entertainment. It's the house of love, romance, your personal passion, your hobbies, things you do to delight yourself, to have fun. And it's also the house of children, pregnancy, and just your own inner child, your own childlike selves. So Venus here is definitely making you all charged up to take all these pleasurable activities and really, have fun. Now, if you're aiming to have a child during this time, it's fantastic time to get that rolling as well. Now be wary of the Venus retrograde phase in the month of December and January, because any kind of romance or new love started during that time, like a brand new relationship started during that time, tends not to be successful. So but if you have got something going on before that, then it's a great time. And not just romance and not just romantic relationship, even if you are getting involved in a creative project or some kind of hobbies or talent, any kind of self-expression, creative self-expression that you're getting involved in, especially like on a project base, during the Venus retrograde, it may not reap the rewards or the desired rewards that you want. So make sure you begin something before it goes retrograde. Now if you're in a relationship before Venus goes retrograde, then it can also lead to commitment during that time, because Venus in Capricorn is all about long-time commitment, stability in relationship. So you definitely have this opportunity of your loved one, your girlfriend or boyfriend, becoming a little bit more serious, more committed towards you, or you becoming more serious and committed towards them. So all these energies are definitely there, Virgos, for you to make good use of. Libras, for you, the Venus in Capricorn occurs in your 4th house. Now, Venus is your ruler, Libra, so it's there to really help you because it's your energy. Now, 4th house is the house of your home, your family members, your home environment, your own emotional comfort level. Also, it's the house of real estate, your house, your address, where you live. So, Venus in Capricorn here is definitely giving you a little bit more grounding, more stability in terms of your family and home matters. Now if you're looking to buy a real estate, or if you're looking to buy a new house or move in a new house, it's a great time to do that. Just be wary of the phase when Venus is in retrograde, because moving during that time may not be fruitful, or you may not be satisfied with the kind of house you move into. Now Venus in your 4th house definitely gives you the inclination to move to a beautiful house, or just to decorate your own house, make it more beautiful, make your environment a little bit more relaxing and more luxurious, and you may even want to spend your money to beautify your home. So just be careful with your resources as well, because when Venus goes retrograde in the sign of Capricorn in December and January, then there might be some issues, then there can be financial issues occurring, and you may be short on resources or finances if you are not careful with the spending. So be careful with your savings and your spending. Obviously, if you need to spend something that you think is valuable or adds value to your environment or really helps you feel better, then it's up to you. But be careful with the savings and your the money that you have, and don't overspend during this time, especially during the retrograde phase. Before and after, it's great time to really beautify your home environment and really indulge yourself in something that makes you feel better, Libras. Scorpio, for you, the Venus in Capricorn occurs in your 3rd house. Now 3rd house is the house of communication, social activity, connecting, networking, meeting people, mingling with new people. So this Venus here can really bring you new people in your life which you may want to commit to, or if not commitment on a romantic level, it could be a very good friendship. You could develop a very good friendship through meeting people, or even a business partnership. 3rd house is also to do with business, and Capricorn energy over there definitely is looking to solidify, give structure and system to how you communicate in a way that reaps your reward and brings you closer to people, and makes your network grow larger. All these energies definitely there. Now Scorpio, if you are involved in some kind of social media activity or blogging, or speaking, public speaking, whether it's online or face to face, any kind of information sharing ideas, it's a great time, because you will come across very inspiring and very efficient to people, and you will be definitely heard. Now just be wary of the retrograde phase of Venus in the month of December and January, because any past issues can come up, especially if there was a communication gap or any issues around communication, especially in your relationship or even money matters. It can pop up. So be careful around that time, and take things slowly, and think, be logical how you want to move forward, and don't get involved with new people too fast, and have a deep soul connection too quickly, especially around the retrograde phase. So do your thinking. And once it goes direct in the end of January, then it's great to pick up that energy and move forward with that stable, long-lasting, committed kind of energy, Scorpios. Sagittarius, for you, Venus in Capricorn occurs in your second house. Now, when Venus comes in your second house, Sagittarius, you are definitely interested in increasing your money-making capabilities. You want a bonus or more salary, or you want a job that pays you more, or you just want to get yourself involved in side hustles and side income where you basically earn more. And this earning more can lead to extra spending as well, especially on things that you want to enjoy, things that you find valuable and luxurious. So all these can be there. So be careful not to overspend and end up in a financial crisis, especially during the Venus retrograde phase in December and January. Now, Sagittarius, if you come up with a dream job that pays you more, that is going to improve your financial standing and just your financial situation in your life, it's great time to take up the job that will pay you more. So during the Venus retrograde, just be careful of not getting into any kind of financial trouble, especially because of your spending habits, or allocating your resources wrongly and spending in things that you don't need or that is of no value to you. But if you think there's something that is of value and that's going to make you feel better and is going to improve your situation, it's great time to really use your money to have that comfort for yourself and that luxury in your life. But just control on your spending during the retrograde phase. Before and after, it's perfectly fine to do it. Just during the retrograde phase, it's very important that you are not short on your resources, Sagittarius. Capricorn, for you, Venus in Capricorn is in your sign, in your first house. So it's all about you during these 4 months, Capricorn. The month of November, December, January, February until 5th of March, it's all about you. You are appearing very attractive, very appealing to whoever sees you. You're able to project yourself in a very appealing manner. Now, it's all about yourself and your physical appearance. So you are also interested in reinventing yourself, or having a makeover. You want to look good, you want to look smart, you want to project yourself in the best possible way. Everything about you is glowing, and you're definitely putting the best foot forward during this time. Now this is a time for you, Capricorn, so focus on yourself. And if you want to protect yourself, put a guard around yourself to protect yourself from toxic energy, then do that. Because this time is about you, Capricorn. It's about your well-being. It's about your goals and ambitions. It's about your priorities, your interest, whatever interest you have in life, and how to focus on them. So make sure you do that. Now, Capricorn, be careful and mindful of not to shut yourself out from people who care about you during this, especially during the Venus retrograde phase, because you may tend to go in a more of an inward kind of thought process, and you may want to put up a wall around you and guard yourself around this time, especially during the retrograde phase. So reinvent yourself, project yourself even the Venus is direct. So during this time, Capricorn, your relationship, your home environment, your career, everything will be glowing because you have decided to put yourself and your first and your own interest priorities first, and you're totally glowing from this amazing Venus energy in your first house. Aquarius, for you, the Venus in Capricorn occurs in your 12th house. Now, 12th house is the house of your subconscious self. It's a house of solitude, retreating, just rejuvenating yourself and picking up the energy, the low energy that you might have, and recharging your batteries. Now, during this transit of Venus in your 12th house, you may feel a bit more introverted, or you want to keep to yourself. You don't want to mingle too much. You want to retreat and just spend time in solitude and in your space. Now, you also can possibly, because it's Venus, you may attract things or may get attracted to things that is not available. So you may get attracted to people who are not available, or you may have that energy that is people get attracted to you but you're not available. So both are possible. Now, after Venus moves out of Capricorn in the month of March 2022, it will be in your sign and in your first house. So that will be a great time to really reinvent and really come out of this 12th house energy and really project yourself in the best possible way that you want, Aquarius. So use this Venus and Capricorn time in your 12th house to really introspect and contemplate in past patterns or past relationship or any financial situation that you might have been and which may not have reaped the reward that you wanted. Just think about it, introspect, and think about a good plan to come out of it, or how you can make your life better in terms of your relationship and money matters, Aquarius. Pisces, for you, Venus in Capricorn occurs in your 11th house. Now, 11th house is the house of social circle. It's the house of friendship. It's a house of group projects, just social events, any kind of social and group related activity. So Venus here can give you opportunity where you meet people, and those connection can become deeper and either convert into friendship, deep friendships, or even relationship. Or you could meet with people who can introduce you to somebody with whom you can develop a relationship. So you're definitely interested in relationships and spending more time in social activity in your social circle. Even new people that you meet, you're definitely interested in mingling with them. Just be careful with friends with benefits during this time, and don't get yourself involved in relationship or any kind of social setup, network kind of situation where you're not really putting your own priorities first, and you are really going with the flow, and too much going with the flow, and not using your logic and reason, especially during the Venus retrograde phase of December and January. Pisces, be careful you are not getting involved with people who may not have your best interest in mind. So Pisces, use your best judgment during the retrograde phase of December and January, and once it goes direct after the end of January, then it's a great time to really mingle and solidify on any relationships that you have. Thank you for watching my Venus in Capricorn video. I hope you enjoyed it, and you can use the information provided to make better decisions, live more consciously, and just see and grasp on the energy that is available with Venus in Capricorn regarding your relationship and money matters. Thank you very much. Have a great day.